Good morning, students. I hope all of you are doing great at your home. Today we are going to start with the topic kinetic energy, page 67 of physics book. Please open your books with it. Now, what is kinetic energy? Kinetic energy, possessed energy due to its motion. Suppose I am having this pen. When this pen is moving, it's rolling. What it's having? A kinetic energy. Okay. So now examples are here given in your book. Suppose a fast moving stone you are striking on a window pane. What will happen? It will break. A falling hammer when strikes a nail. A bullet fired from a gun. You can see in all these three examples, body is what in motion. Either it's a stone, or it's a hammer, or a bullet fired from a gun. Fine. So now what are the factors which are actually affecting the kinetic energy of a moving body? There are the two important things which affect the kinetic energy of the moving body. The first one is mass of the body, and the second one is the speed of the body. Greater the mass of the body, higher its kinetic energy. I give you a very simple example. Suppose you are playing a cricket. Fine. You are having one smiley ball and another one you are having a rubber ball. You will see greater the mass of the body, higher its kinetic energy. When you are using both the balls for playing cricket, you have to, the rubber ball will move with what? With more kinetic energy, with higher kinetic energy. The next one is speed of the body. More the speed of the body, more will be what? The kinetic energy. Fine. If a boy increases his speed of motion from 2 meter per second to 4 meter per second, kinetic energy will definitely increase. So, motion will increase obviously. If we move our car faster, motion will what? More. So, what is the expression of kinetic energy? That is half mv square, where m is for the mass of the body and v is for the velocity, speed of the body. Okay, v is for the speed of the body, m is for the mass of the body. This is the expression of kinetic energy. Till your class, you just have to know about the expression of the kinetic energy. This is what energy, bacha? Energy, so unit is what? Joule. Unit is what? Joule. The next, now we are having two activities are given in your book that you can read. One is about a carom board and another one is about what? Cricket match when you are playing, that how there is what? Kinetic energy is. For example, in the carom board activity, when you are applying more effort on a striker, okay, your coins will move, your coins will cover longer distance. Okay. So next, when you are playing a cricket, when batsman hit the ball with little effort, ball covers what? A shorter distance. And if hits the ball with a great effort, then like Yuvraj Singh, you may have six sixes in a 1 over. Okay, so that's all depend upon what our physics, that is what? Kinetic energy. Next, now we are going to start with conservation of potential energy into kinetic energy. Very important thing, beta. Sum of potential energy and kinetic energy is actually what? Mechanical energy. And this mechanical energy is what? Conserved. Fine. Conservation will be there. Conservation is there. It means that either kinetic energy is changing into potential energy or potential energy is changing into kinetic energy. So that law of conservation will remain same, that energy is neither created nor destroyed. It's only converting from one form to another form. So the total sum of it will what? Remain constant. So now the first example which is given, that stone is at a height. Fine. Stone is at a height. Possession due to the position of the body, that is what? Energy possessed due to the position of the body, that is what? Potential energy. When it starts moving, what we are having? A kinetic energy. So when this kinetic energy, when this moving stone strikes on the nail, okay, what will happen? This nail go inside the wood. This nail go inside the wood. So this is how potential energy is changing into kinetic energy. Next, this is actually the example number this is actually the example. Oh, this is here only. So what we are having here, stone is at a height. Second example, stone is at a height. When stone starts moving, kinetic energy is there. Because this is kinetic energy, when it hits there, this weight will move upward. So the kinetic energy of falling stone does work in raising the stone upward. And from where that kinetic energy comes? That kinetic energy actually comes from the potential energy, from the height, the energy which is possessed due to the position of that body. Okay, the next one we are having here, I have written that in a fifth example, the third example in your book, that is a wound up watch spring has potential energy. When a spring is very much closely wounded up, na, so it is what, like it's like this. It is compressed. Fine, this is having what? Potential energy. And as the spring unwind itself, the potential energy is changing into kinetic energy. What is kinetic energy here? Kinetic energy does work in moving the arms of the watch. The way it unwind itself, according to that, the arms of your clock move. Okay. The next, now we are having this bow and arrow. See, I am stretching it. Here I am having a potential energy. It's moving. Here I am having a kinetic energy. The next one, a spring is pressed. If I am putting my hand here and I am compressing the spring with this ball. Okay, potential energy is there because it's compressed. You are compressing, you are changing its position. So when I leave this ball, what will happen? This potential energy in the spring changing into kinetic energy and ball moves up. Okay, the potential energy is changing into kinetic energy and balls move up. The next, now we are having a falling ball. Very important thing now, bacha. See, we talk about that there are two energies, kinetic energy and potential energy. Okay, so now how, it's not like that at point A it's having potential energy and at point B it's having kinetic energy. Slowly and steadily that whole potential energy is changing into what? Kinetic energy. Now see this figure. This body is at some height. At this height, when it's at some position, not moving, it is having what? Potential energy. Okay. Now this ball starts moving. It covering some distance. Now suppose ball is moving but ball reaches here. You will say that here is what? Kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is there. But ball is at some height. So it means the whole potential energy is still not converting into kinetic energy. So at this point, what we are having? Kinetic energy plus potential energy, because here slowly and steadily the potential energy is converting into kinetic energy. And here the point comes when near to ground, when there is no height, no position consideration will be there. And here we are having what? Whole kinetic energy. ठीक हो गया? The first at height it is having potential energy. The ball is coming down but it's still at some height. Suppose it is at height h1. It is at height h1. It is moving. It is at some height. So it's having both kinetic energy and potential energy. And the last one is here we are having only kinetic energy. The next example we are having the production of hydroelectricity. In dams, you know, we stored water at some height. When we store water at some height, the water coming from the height to the turbine. Stored water, potential energy. Coming to the turbine, moving this turbine at a very fast speed, what we are having? Kinetic energy. This turbine is further attached with what? A dynamo. Fine, dynamo is like something like this. This we will do in our higher classes. Okay, this is the armature coil which starts rotating. This coil starts rotating. Here we are having what? Magnetic fields. Another device we attach with this turbine to produce electricity. So when this armature move, it further attached with the appliances to provide you what? Electricity. Okay. So basic thing you should know here is that when water is stored here in a dam, that is having potential energy. Coming on the turbine, Okay, the turbine is moving at a very fast pace. That is having what? Kinetic energy. Now the next example of a simple pendulum. But just see, in pendulum what we are having: a rigid support, a string and a bob. What we are having here? Rigid support, string and bob. Now see this diagram carefully. When this pendulum is moving at this point, it is not same as the point of the mean position. At this point it is at some height h. When the bob comes at this point, you can see, you can take any circular metallic ball in your home and a string, just for a second, not a second, a mini part of the second, it just stop here and then it moves. Now what happen in that case? When ball come here, potential energy, then he uses this potential energy to again convert into kinetic energy. When again bob again reach here, then the potential energy, and when it's moving here, it's that potential energy is converting into kinetic energy. At this position it is only having kinetic energy, it is not stopped beta. This bob is what moving. And yes, we are neglecting friction in this, because of friction we can start considering the force of friction, the bob will stop. Okay, because energy is always lost in the form of friction. Next is what? A roller coaster. This and this are very much related to each other. See now in roller coaster, it is at some height, so whole energy is what? Potential energy. Car is not moving at this point. Now it's moving, and suppose it's reach here. Here it is at ground, so at this point we have only kinetic energy. Now come at this point. At this point height is less than at this point, but it is at some height. So क्या होगा इसमें? Some energy will remain as potential energy and the rest of the energy is converting into kinetic energy. So that's why we mention here E1, E minus E1. I'm repeating it again. See bacha, it is at some height. Here potential energy is what? Energy. I'm taking it as E, and here kinetic energy is 0 because possession is there. Now when it comes to the ground, it is at the ground, and ground it's moving, no possession is there. So whole energy is what? The kinetic energy. So here I have written kinetic energy as E. Now what happened at this point? It is at some height, not at this much height, but it is at some height. So here some energy is at potential energy because of the height. Rest of the energy is at the kinetic energy. So let that potential energy be E1 and kinetic energy is E minus E1. Suppose if I am having 10 joule energy here is what? 0. Here whole kinetic energy is converting, potential energy is converting into kinetic energy 10 joule. Now suppose here we are having a 6 joule potential energy. If 6 joule potential energy, what will be the kinetic energy? 10 minus 6, so that is 4 joule. The total energy will what remain constant? It will remain same. Next bacha, different forms of energy. I have already given this to you people to read it. So read page 70 and 71. Next the term comes power. Very simple. You just have to remember this relationship, that power is equal to work upon time. It is defined as the rate of doing work by the body. Now how to define its units, that is important. What is power beta? Work upon time. What is the unit of work? That is joule. What is the unit of time? That is second. So joule per second, or you can write joule. Take the second in numerator, so that is S minus 1. Denominator se upar leke gaya na, so that's why we represented it as minus 1. Either you can write it in this way or in this way. So 1 joule per second, 1 joule per second. The unit, the SI unit of power is watt. Okay, this W represents watt. These are the some conversions, that 1 kilowatt is equal to 1000 watt, 1 megawatt is equal to 10 raised to power 6 watt. This is the another unit of power, very important conversion. This you have to remember, that is 1 horsepower is equal to 746 watt. Okay, and 1 kilowatt hour beta, this is the unit of energy. ठीक है ना? The bills come at your houses, they tell you how much energy you consume, that is in 1 kilowatt hour. That is equal to 3.6 into 10 raised to power 6 joule. Now what are the factors? Two factors will be there only. One is work and one is time. So the amount of work done by the source and the time taken by the source to do the work. So that's all about this topic. Read it carefully. I will take your doubts in Zoom class and numericals I will post.